ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Score Science. My name is Luke, and this is the post-match reaction for Aston Villa versus Everton. Aston Villa 2, Everton 1. Now, to tell you the God's honest truth, there's a lot of mixed reaction around this, especially around Twitter at the moment. I've taken a couple of hours to sort of just dwell over things, think about it and everything, and have a little look over the highlights and whatnot, just to try and understand what's happened in that game. And to be honest, there's a lot more positive than negative. So, positive thinking, our defence is getting there. So just bear in mind, Cody and Tarkowski need to be bedded into the team a little bit longer. So it's going to take them another, say, 2-3 more games before they're truly and wellly bedded in and we start getting the best out of them. Midfield, we need a couple more people. We need another number 6, definitely. Onana, from his few minutes playing, I don't see him as a number 6, more as a number 8 or a number 10. If a number 10, when I say number 10, I mean like an attacking midfielder. Because some people, for some reason, see number 10 as more of a striking forwards. It depends on how you look at it. But as I was saying, number 8 is like a attacking midfielder in a box-to-box sort of formation. So we definitely need Idrissa Gueye to sort of shore that piece up. So what you could probably do is you could have a three-man central midfield in the form of, say, Idrissa Gueye, Onana, and Ali, Decore, or even McNeil. Depending on how you want to play it, you can have one of those three with the likes of Onana and Idrissa Gueye. And from there, you can actually change the play up and everything. Because what normally happens is Onana is, as I said, he's box to box. He's very well in terms of attacking. And his defensive work, although we didn't see too much, I've been told it's been very good. It's very good in terms of defensive work. The only thing we are missing at the moment is a out-and-out striker. Now, we can use Rondon for the time being. He can do the job. The only thing is you've got basically, I would say you've got 30% of a striker in the form of Rondon. His pace is lacking. He can shoot. He can hold up play. But we need the pace. He's not got pace. He's way too slow for a striker. Now, granted, we've had players like this in the past in the form of Yakubu and it's even pushed to say Nikita Jelavic. These guys, they weren't fast, but they made up for it with their ability and their eye for goal. Yakubu himself was an opportunist, similar to how Calvert-Lewin was, but he did it with his feet. He was able to get the ball at the edge of the box. You could see the shot, and he'd take it and get it. And likewise, when he was in the box, he was able to do a one-tap hit. Likewise with Jelavic, for the first season we had him, every single shot that he scored from was just from a single touch. He was basically there around the box to get the ball and put it in. So for what Everton needs at the moment is we need, I would say, 2 strikers at a push. And if we need to go down to the Championship and get these guys, then go down to the Championship and get them. Championship players are not terrible players. They are still really good players and they are some of the best out there. When people think, oh yeah, we need a Premier League striker, yes, you do need a Premier League striker, but a Premier League striker can be sitting in the likes of Watford's ranks, in the likes of Burnley's ranks, in the likes of Wigan's ranks. These guys can be in and around the Championship. When you bring them up, that can be that little step up that they need. The players around them make them into the Premier League striker. It's never a situation where a player comes from the Championship and they can operate on their own to become the best striker in the world. They need the players around them. I mean, look at the likes of Leicester and Jamie Vardy. When they got Jamie Vardy, he was initially playing, I think it was the National League, if I'm not mistaken. And from there, he was basically doing football as a hobby and had his side gig as a roofer. Now he's considered one of the best players in the Premier League. Well, was one of the best players in the Premier League. Got the Golden Boot at one point. He was a high-scoring sort of player. And that was all because of his mentality and attitude. He was a very, very good striker in that regard. And he knew where the goal was. He had the eye for the goal. Now, I'm digressing from this. Looking at the players we got right now. Nathan Patterson played great. Mikalenko was having a bit of an off day. But to tell you the truth, with the weather that was going on today, that heat, I am not surprised that those players look fatigued and worn out. it's not a good situation for players to be playing in. I played in it yesterday, and to tell you the truth, right now, I am probably about 20% of my fitness right now. I am absolutely exhausted. Now, granted, I'm not a professional player. I've played amateur at best. And from there, I know that my fitness is nowhere near what the Premier League standard is, but still, heat is a really massive fatiguing thing. You get worn out like that. So for these guys to be playing right now, I tip my hat to them. They played absolutely brilliantly. One thing I will notice though, this is not football related, but it is stadium related. So Aston Villa Stadium, Villa Park, where the away fans were, apparently they only had uh, one food point, or one place where they could get food and drink, which is staffed by two people. Apparently they ran out of water very quickly. That is absolutely despicable and unexpected, and it's just completely unacceptable. They should not have it like that. There needs to be, at the very least, three for 1,500 fans. So you have six members of staff, maybe three, including, so it's nine members of staff, sorry, six at point of service, three of them working around behind the scenes, being able to restock when needed and to provide extra support when needed. You need 3 points of food and drink, or concierge is the right word. I'm not too sure though. I'm sorry. The heat's getting to me today. My brain is basically frazzled. I'm still exhausted from the game yesterday, so if I'm not making coherent sense or sound like I'm just chatting shit, that's mostly down to the fact that my brain is completely and utterly fried right now. So apologies if I do not sound myself, a little bit out of it. It's just down to the weather. So wait. Okay. So yeah, so Villa need to sort that out definitely. Now, the likes of Iwobi played absolutely brilliantly. Played his absolute heart out today. Was making some brilliant, great long passes. Short passes were brilliant. Recovery play was brilliant. Likewise with Cody, Tarkowski, and Holgate, they all played great. The only time we really looked like we were in trouble is when we made an error around the midfield. So Tom Davies, unfortunately, was one of the weak links today. He played well, but he didn't play great. He was making a few mistakes here and there, getting dispossessed, a little bit too light on the ball. Personally, he's not number 6 of Premier League quality. I would say if you would take him to the Bundesliga, La Liga, or the French League, maybe, but as a Premier League striker, Premier League number 6, he's not there, unfortunately. And I think Frank Lampard knows this now, he's aware of this, but at the moment with his limited options, he has no other alternative. And one thing to note as well, set pieces, we are absolutely spot on right now. We are absolutely perfect with our set pieces. No one, and I am willing to put money, with anyone outside of the top 6, no one outside of the top 6 is going to score passes in a corner situation. I am willing to put money on that. I'm willing to put a 10 on the table for anyone who wants to take that offer up. So for this, say the rest of the season in the league, I don't see us conceding from a corner directly. Now, let's say for argument's sake, it comes out and then it scores. That's not from a corner. It needs to be brought in from a corner, pardon me, and scored like that. That's my terms. But yeah, majority of the players played absolutely great. Couldn't fault them. I do want to say that Andy Gordon is not a striker. He was unfortunate today not to actually put one in the net, but in my personal opinion, he's not a striker. He needs to come back into the midfield. What we probably be best doing is getting, I would say for the next game, Onana needs more playtime, definitely. Watching him play today for the 7 to 8, well, I'd say 10 minutes that he played today, he was absolutely phenomenal. He did lose possession in a silly area where it gave us a bit of stick and we conceded, to tell you the God's honest truth. But as a whole, I think he was great. He was up the field, down the field. He was everywhere at once. I mean, he got the assist for Luca Dean's goal, which was absolutely great. So thank you very much, Luca Dean, for scoring that one. We know you were still an Evertonian at heart. But yeah, where do I see Everton going for the next week for when we go against Forest? I'm hoping Idrissa Gueye is finalised, and I'm hoping we get 1 to 2 strikers, whether it be from one of the other leagues outside of the Premier League, whether it be Championship, La Liga, French League, Bundesliga, Portuguese League, anywhere around them sorts of things, Italian League, if we're able to get someone from either top 5 leagues or Championship, that'd be great. Outside of them, it comes a bit of a sticky situation because we're not 100% on that one. I mean, if we look at the reference, I mean, Cenk Tosun was probably the prime example. Played brilliantly in the Turkish league, but coming to the Premier League, he was out of his match. He was out of his depth terribly. He could not play to save his life and ends up just rotting on the bench. But yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I don't know 100% where the bar is right now, so if it's over here, it's over here. If it's over here, it's over here. So I'd like to say a big thank you to all my patrons over either way. If you want to be like any of these guys, get yourself early access, ad-free content to any of the Bramley More footage, why not go over to my Patreon and become a part of the School of Science Superfan? Now, we have got 2 tiers there. First one being the cup of coffee tier. Now, it doesn't have any perks or benefits. It's essentially like getting £1 out of your pocket and saying, Luke, like what you're doing. Here's £1 on me. Go get yourself a cup of coffee. However, the School of Science Superfan, which is £3 a month, gets you early access to Bramley More footage, ad-free content across the entire board. So that's pre-match podcasts and Bramley More doc footage. It gets you a name in the sidebar over here, and when you're there between 3 to 6 months, you get yourself a School of Science sticker. Now, it's a black and white little sticker that's about yay big, and you can use it for whatever you need to use it for. You can stick it on your laptop, stick it on your table, stick it on a lamppost, stick it outside of Anfield. You do whatever you want with that sticker. It's basically yours to use and abuse, and it comes at no extra cost as well. Also, guys, I'm assuming you probably already noticed right now, this is not the usual setup. It's not the normal living room, and it's not the office. This is the pre-alpha stage for the podcast that we're doing. So this is basically just the Blue Babylon. I'm calling it the Blue Babylon right now just because it's in pre-alpha right now. We've got people who are interested to come in. They're going to talk about their brands, talk about how they feel about Everton, talk about past, present, and potential future. Talk about how they represent the football club or what they're doing, whether it be a brand, sponsor, charity, or even another football team. Because as people probably know right now, I've been playing with the Rainbow Toffees, and Paul, who's with the Rainbow Toffees, has expressed his interest in coming on here, getting on the couch, and talking about the Rainbow Toffees, what they do, what they've been doing, and how they feel like they've been affecting what their area of specialty is. So in this situation, they are an inclusive football club, so it doesn't matter how you identify yourself, whether you're straight, gay, trans, bi, anything like that. They are more than happy to welcome you into the club, and they are more than happy for you to play for them. Now, I think that's an absolutely brilliant thing to be doing, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We should all have the ability to play football, or have the opportunity to play football, regardless of the level. And for anyone to turn around and say, because of your sexual orientation or how you view yourself or your preferences, you shouldn't play football, is absolutely disgusting. You should not have that sort of mindset. That should not be even present in football. So, Rainbow Toffees are part of a league where they are all inclusive, and there are a lot of teams around the UK who do this as well. So I couldn't tell you the names off the top of my head. I know there's quite a few teams out there. I think it's at the very least half of the Premier League has got teams, and some of the teams in the Championship, League One and League Two have got teams that are like this as well. Now, these aren't directly supported by Everton, but they like to represent Everton as a wider community, and getting them on here will be a great opportunity for them to actually give you this in better detail, and we can have a good back and forth about Everton as a whole as well. So yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video. I'm sorry for the ranting and raving and rambling. As I said, today is an absolutely scorching day. It's peak 30 degrees. And if anyone here knows British housing, the houses are built out of, well, that's actually a bad example, because that is plasterboard behind there for the chimney. But the houses are double layered thick with brick, with insulation in between. They're designed to keep heat in. And that's not good in the summer, especially the summers we're having right now, where we're getting 30 plus degree heat. It's really bad. So, with this sort of stuff coming into minds in the future, I am going to have to make adjustments to this house itself to try and accommodate for that. The only thing is, when winter comes, winter is absolutely freezing. But yeah, guys, I have rambled on enough. I will leave you guys to it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget, Bramley Moore is going to be going live 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So keep your eyes open for that. Take care and have a good day. Peace.